You feel the weight of a door that will not open, and the hush that follows efforts spent without result. Hear me in this quiet. I am near. I do not turn away from frailty. I draw closer until breath steadies and vision clears. Strength that begins with you must keep being fed by you. Strength that begins with me carries you when your hands release what they cannot hold. Let the room be honest. Let your heart be truthful about its limits. My presence is not embarrassed by the truth. You were taught to hide tremors under a practiced smile and to mask need beneath relentless productivity. Yet need is the doorway through which grace enters. Do not despise what reveals your dependence. Dependence is not failure. It is wisdom that returns you to the source. I am not grading your composure. I am tending your soul. Lay down the armor that kept you busy and kept you distant. I will meet you where your resources end. When you could not carry the conversation, I carried the meaning. When your plans thinned and your energy faltered, I did not. I was holding the frame while you learned to breathe inside narrow spaces. Remember the small rescues that did not make headlines. The unexplainable peace at midnight. The timely word from a friend. The way despair loosened its grip without ceremony. These were not accidents. They were signatures of mercy written in ordinary ink. My power does not swagger. It does not shout to be noticed or crush to prove itself. My power enters through humility's open gate and chooses gentle instruments that do not rob the miracle of its shine. I choose fishermen and servants, widows and children, and souls who are finished with pretending. I choose you as you are now, not as a future performance review wishes you to be. The ground of weakness is the soil where glory grows sturdy. You ask me to remove the thorn, and sometimes I will. Other times I will give you something better, sufficiency that outlasts the thorn's sting. I will teach you to walk through the day with a grace that refuses to fracture under honest pressure. You will find that reliance becomes a rhythm, and that rhythm keeps your heart aligned with reality. In this alignment, you will move freer than you imagined, even with limitations still present. Do not fear the word limit. Limits focus devotion, prune distractions, and protect your pace. Without boundaries, the strongest river becomes a swamp. I set banks around your hours so that life can flow with direction. I do not mock your capacity. I multiply it. I do not ask you to be everywhere. I invite you to be fully present where you are assigned. The yoke I offer is fitted, not generic. Wear it and discover ease where strain used to live. There is a story you tell yourself when nights are long, that you are too much of one thing and not enough of another, and that heaven is tired of compensating for you. This story is untrue. I do not sigh at your existence. I sing over you with a patience that does not expire. I correct you without condemning you. I form you without forsaking you. Even your stumbles become lessons that teach compassion you could not have learned from success alone. You fear that admitting need will diminish your influence. But the authority that heals does not grow in the greenhouse of appearance. It grows in the open air of honesty where wind and weather visit. People do not need a statue. They need a companion who knows the terrain of weakness and the way out. I am that companion to you, and I will make you such a companion to others. This is how consolation travels from heart to heart. I am weaving redemption into memories that still sting. I am softening the hard edges of words that once lodged in you as barbs. I am teaching your nervous system to trust safety again, not by denying what happened, but by escorting you through it with me in view. We will not hurry, and we will not stall. We will keep step. The pace will heal as profoundly as the destination. You pray for a sturdier soul. I am answering by showing you where you end and where I begin. This is not cruelty. It is clarity. You will not spend energy propping up illusions of self-sufficiency. You will steward energy for love, for faithful work, for restful presence. You will learn the posture of reliance that keeps pride from inflating and despair from collapsing. This posture is worship, and worship is where power meets weakness without disguise. Let this be the practice. Confess need quickly, receive grace freely, and return thanks fully. Quick confession keeps the channel clear. Free reception keeps the gift unburdened by bargaining. Full gratitude keeps the heart bright and the memory honest. Do this when you wake, when you pause at midday, and when night gathers. You will find a steadying that no calculation could manufacture. If this message is strengthening you today, Would you help us continue by tapping like, leaving a thoughtful comment, choosing to share this with someone who needs hope, and choosing to subscribe for future words? Your support helps this ministry reach weary hearts. Now return to the work in front of you with a lighter grip. You do not have to dominate the day to be faithful in it. You do not have to anticipate every outcome to be wise within the next step. I am in the room before you enter, and on the road before you arrive. Walk into your tasks with gentleness, and carry mercy for yourself the way you carry keys. Close, ordinary, available. When criticism misreads your motives, stay teachable without surrendering truth. My power keeps dignity intact while refining character. You can apologize without acquiescing to distortion. You can learn without adopting shame. You can stand firm without hardening. I will teach you this rare balance until it becomes your instinct. Provision will meet you, not because fate stumbles into generosity, but because covenant stands under your feet. I am not careless with your needs. I orchestrate sequences of care that become clear in hindsight. Resources arrive through hands you did not expect and doors you did not pry open. Receive without suspicion. Give without fear. Steward without anxiety. The open hand is the strongest hand when I fill it. There are prayers that feel unanswered because they are still in transit, shaping circumstances you cannot yet see, and shaping you to receive them. Do not measure my faithfulness by your clock alone. I work on calendars too vast to fit in a planner, yet intimate enough to count your tears. Every petition entrusted to me is planted, not misplaced. Some become quick sprouts of encouragement. Others rise as oaks of testimony. You will notice a new courage entering the rooms you once avoided. It will not announce itself with noise. It will show itself in your ability to breathe where you once held your breath, to speak truth where you once rehearsed silence, to remain kind where you once panicked. This is power at work in weakness, not the erasure of limits, but the transformation of them into windows where light floods in. Bless the bodies that ache and the minds that tire. Bless the nights when sleep is thin and the mornings when appetite is slow to arrive. In these places I am not absent. I am tutoring care. Care for yourself and care from others. Receive help without apology. Ask for what you need without performance. Let community be the net that keeps you from sinking into solitary conclusions. I am preparing reconciliations that will not rewrite history, but will write hope into it. I am aligning conversations, tempering tempers, and softening stubbornness with truth. Some bridges will be repaired. Others will be retired with peace. You will know which is which, and you will walk either road without bitterness. My wisdom will guard your steps, and my peace will govern your tone. As you continue, remember this. Power is not a feeling you must chase. It is a presence you carry. You are not disqualified by the tremor in your hand or the catch in your voice. I choose vessels that make room for dependence so that the treasure is unmistakably mine. Walk humbly. Work steadily. Rest deeply. This is the way of the strong who have learned where strength begins. And when the day closes, return to me with honest inventory. Celebrate small obediences. Release what you could not finish. Place your fears in my keeping and your hopes in my hands. Sleep is trust with your eyes closed. As you rest, I will keep watch. As you wake, I will give song. My power will meet you again in the tender places, and together we will write a life that tells the truth about grace. There are unrecorded mercies embedded in hours that look plain to the eye. A cancellation that spared you, an impulse to pause that protected you, a laugh that interrupted a spiral. Attend to these without superstition. Call them gifts and let gratitude train your attention toward goodness already present. Courage will not always surge. Often it settles, a calm weight that keeps the soul from drifting. Ask for that calm weight. Wear it through conversations and commutes, deadlines and decisions. It will not make you loud. It will make you sure. And sure is what you need when weakness tries to borrow your voice. Hope is not a denial of data. It is a decision to anchor data in a larger truth. Your measurements matter, yet they do not master the future. I am present in variables you cannot forecast and in mercies you did not model. Lean into this larger truth until rest returns.